Julio Gonzalez and Karen Turk, where we bring you today's top trending tweets and a daily recap of all the hashtags you need to know about.
Okay, it's time for hashtag Thursday Thoughts on today's hashtag NightCap, hashtag recap of the top hashtag Twitter, hashtag trends. Karen, did I get that right?
You got that so right. That's a lot of hashtags, but there are a lot of hashtags trending. So we'll take the whole thing literally, and we'll go with always a top trending hashtag is Thursday Thoughts. And today's Thursday Thoughts were pretty interesting on Twitter.
Yeah, Karen, some of those thoughts today include topics on being kind. You know, we don't get to see that too much, which seems to be a shift from the energy of the last few days. Probably a much needed shift.
Yeah, there really were. There were a lot of nice memes out there. There were a lot of people that were trending Thursday Thoughts that seemed to be out of the realm of politics and racism, which have been so pervasive over the last week or so. But, you know, one of my favorite tweets today was a Thursday Thoughts tweet, which was from Hillary's World, which is one of these fan clubs for Hillary Clinton. And here is the tweet. You gotta hear this. The sky is blue, the grass is green, Trump is lying, and Hillary Rodham Clinton is the president. To me, it seems like definitive proof that the Democrats are completely delusional.
You know what I don't like about it, Karen?
What don't you like?
It didn't rhyme. It should rhyme.
You're asking too much.
If it's going to be effective, it should rhyme.
I agree, but again, we're dealing with the Twitter sphere, and we're dealing with liberals. So I think you're asking too much there. They think Hillary Clinton's president. I mean, that's it's just illustrating the delusion.
All right, well, I think they should learn to rhyme better.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, we'll see what happens in election season. I think we got this thing in the bag for 2020, Julio.
All right.
So also trending on Twitter today, speaking of our current president, was the hashtag SS. Which was actually inspired by the president's tweet. He tweeted about the Secret Service today, and the original tweet thanked the National Guard and the others for their work on managing the George Floyd protests, the Black Lives Matter stuff that's taken place the past few days. But the Trump haters are in absolute uproar. He used the initials SS instead of USSSS to say Secret Service. And because of the initials that he used, the Twitter sphere and Twitter trolls have just had a field day with their TDS because the president used this abbreviation. And of course, they're saying that it equates it to Nazis.
Well, Karen, certainly Black Lives Matter was quick to respond, citing the mistake, calling it breaking news that Trump has basically thanked the Nazi SS for handling protesters.
Yeah, and I mean, the correct abbreviation is USSS, but, it's a mistake. It's easy. I mean, obviously he was thanking the Secret Service, but they can't wait to jump all over him. So, of course, we've had a lot of, name calling over the last week or so. So I think this just illustrates that the name calling's there, and if they could take an opportunity to take a shot at the president, they're all over it.
Well, I have another fun one. Hashtag ItalianAmericans is trending pretty hot today.
Yeah, that's a good one. This is in response to the Christopher Columbus news from yesterday.
Yeah, basically Como is wanting to keep the Christopher Columbus statue up, saying it's part of New York statue. It's part of the history, really, of New York City, and he's proud to have it represent the Italian Americans that contribute so much to hashtag New York City.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I mean, I think finally there's something that we agree on with Cuomo. I mean, it's finally a moment where I'm like, wow, okay, you go, Cuomo.
Yeah, certainly Italian Americans in New York City have contributed so much to our country. Some favorites, right? What are your favorites, Karen?
There's a lot of favorites. I mean, you got to look at Little Italy in New York, the food, the flavor, the culture. You've got the San Gennaro Festival. There's just so much to love about New York City Italians, not to mention the mafia.
What about some good Italian movies?
The Godfather, of course.
Yeah, which probably has been removed from HBO's library, I guess. Right, Karen?
I know. I know. I'm waiting for that. And I know me saying mafia wasn't politically correct, but hey, I'm not politically correct.
All right, well,
No
go ahead.
surprise.
What's the next one? What's the next one, Karen?
The next one is actually inspired by conservatives, and it is hashtag boycott A&E. Hashtag boycott A&E is trending. And conservatives are calling for a boycott of A&E after they succumbed to the pressure today and they canceled LivePDNation, hashtag LivePDNation, and it's all part of the hashtag defund the police and police brutality cries over the last week or so. And there were a lot of cries from the left today saying that the show glorifies police brutality, and A&E gave in.
Well, here comes the hashtag Karen memes again, right?
Yep.
So Karen, what's the male version of the hashtag Karen?
There isn't a definitive one. So today, before we tape the show, I looked everywhere to try to figure out what the male version of Karen is, and apparently it's still up for debate. So the top one that I saw was hashtag Chad, and then there's also hashtag Bob, and there was some hashtag Ken sprinkled in, but it seems like you can use any name at all. So somebody has to decide what is the male equivalent to hashtag Karen. Somebody needs to come up with it because it's all over the place right now.
I like hashtag Chad, right? I think that's a good one. We've had the Chad vote election problems here. I think that kind of was maybe the impetus for it.
Yeah, Chad does remind you of a white guy with a sweater tied around his neck. So I guess if we're going for, the white lady that yells at waiters who's middle-aged, I guess Chad would be the equal.
Did you ever date a Chad?
I never dated a Chad. Never a Chad. Nope,
so
never.
You just wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
Do you have a Chad friend? Do you have a Chad friend?
I don't have any Chad friends, but Chad kind of sounds like somebody I would hang out with from time to time.
Got to expand your friendships.
I know. I'm trying. Listen, I want more diversity. Let's all try to be friends and, elevate the narrative of accepting everybody for who they are, because at the end of the day, we're all Americans.
I like that. Karen.
I like it too. I hope we can move in a more positive direction.
Much needed.
It really is.
We have to come together.
Yeah, and not that I want to sit here and promote my own Twitter, but I put something out today because I don't know if you know this, but the town that I grew up in, hashtag Teaneck, New Jersey, was the first town in the United States to voluntarily integrate its schools. And we've always kind of looked back on it and thought that our town was a wonderful place to grow up, very like Norman Rockwell, but also really racially diverse. And for a long time, Teaneck really did it the right way. So it'll be interesting to see if the rest of the country can, heal from these wounds and move on and, create a better society.
All right, Karen. Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and
awesome.
Seeing what you come up with for Friday's top hashtags.
Yep. Well, TGIF is tomorrow, so I'll be looking forward. But I already got my wine ready because, it's always happy hour on hashtag NightCap.
Cheers.
Cheers.